Hi guys. How's everybody doing? Hope you're well. Hope everybody is well. I well, hmm, it's a self-imposed. Somebody told me that I have sort of imposed this on myself that I would do a series of mini journals every month. And I'm just trying to stick to it because I love making mini journals. I just love making them. And it's always it's always kind of a challenge. It's a good challenge. Sometimes it's a little bit of a struggle to figure out something that is a little bit different, than the previous month or whatever. So and there's lots of reasons that I like to make the minis. First of all, they're relatively fast, but they're also um, a good way for people to collect more than one. So anyway, just saying. Um, okay, so inspiration. It's been hard for me to get kind of back in the swing of things since being sick. And I seriously was down, like literally for like 2 weeks. And I mean, I had absolutely no energy, no inspiration whatsoever. And so to kind of get myself through that, to kind of get back on track, what I like to do is organize. And so I started just kind of playing with my stuff and looking through things and organizing and then I just started, just kind of putting little stacks of things together that I thought would be cute. And anyway, so these minis just kind of evolved. And I wasn't even sure that that's what they were going to be when they started. Initially, I thought that they would be, well, the covers started out as pocket pages in some larger Reader's Digest journals that I'm making. And then, and I wanted to use quotes on them. And I wanted them to be very reminiscent of nature, springtime, flowers, butterflies, birds, trees, mushrooms, all of the things that we all kind of love outside. And that's partly because I've got cabin fever big time. And I cannot wait to get back outside. Been in the house for, it feels like months. And anyway, so I also wanted to make sure and bring a lot of color into the series. But anyway, so yeah, so these started out basically as pocket pages for those Reader's Digest journals. And then as I was, putting the little pockets, like stitching the pockets closed on the front and back, I realized that this was a really good size for just like a mini journal. And since I sort of pulled a lot of pinks and teals and, that kind of stuff. So there is kind of a color sort of family going on. There are a lot of pink, orange, and teal. So, but that's okay. Anyway, so each one of these has some kind of quote on the front, and also, whoops, I just rolled right out of my hand, and also on the back. Um, and I thought, okay, well, if these are going to be little mini journals, I'm going to pack them full. I'm going to stuff them. And so the other kind of little challenge that I've been dealing with is I don't know, I'm getting tired of the scrapbook papers and stuff that, I see in the stores and just retail paper, and um, do you ever get that way where you just kind of get like blah, I'm just tired of looking at this same stuff all the time. You know, I go to the stores and, you know, look through the paper, and I don't know, it's just really hard to find inspiration there. So, but then I remembered that I had a whole bunch of like decorative papers from, you know, years past, from making cards or just various different things. I've always loved paper, and so I can't, you know, I can't resist it. So I actually went through my stash of, you know, kind of alternative type of paper, and pulled a bunch of that. And I thought, you know, I would do, I pulled out as many of the like floral type of papers that I had. And a lot of these are wrapping papers. They're heavy paper. A lot of them I got from, oh, what was it? From, not Cost Plus, but anyway, a store kind of like that. Anyways, okay, so blah, 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 blah. I'm just kind of rambling on. So I wound up with 20 of these, and that's a lot. I think the last time I did a series, I think it was 16. So anyways, let me just kind of flip through a couple of these and show you, you know, a little bit more detail. So each one has collaging on the front and of course on the back. And like I said, some kind of quote. For the most part, they all have a quote on the front or the back related to nature, flowers, birds, butterflies, that kind of thing. You'll have a pocket on the inside front and the inside back cover. Lots of butterflies. This is some glassine paper, graph paper. I pulled pages out of one of my really old vintage butterfly field guides, and some tags made with some flowery paper. Put some vintage ledger paper on the backs of those. Some just note paper. I made some pocket pages out of a really old atlas. Coffee dyed. Oh, and that was the other thing, is I really wanted to include a lot of coffee dyed paper and avocado dyed paper in these. Just kind of misusing that. I haven't been using it that much lately. So I did some guest checks. This is just little like cigarette cards, you know, from the New York Public Library, actually. This is from a typing book. Some coffee dyed paper. This is some other wrapping paper. It's got birds and trees and flowers all over it. Some Tim Holtz, what do you call that paper? It's so hard to remember things when you're making a video. You can't remember what anything is called. I know this is from my favorite book. I love the paper in it, but it's just like these kind of like measurements, like plans for all kinds of different random things in the world. And these are the little seed bags that I sell in my shop. The little paper seed bags, or seed envelopes or whatever. And then I just kind of stuffed them with all kinds of little tickets and tags and, you know, little pictures and things like that. Butterflies and fruits and vegetables. Some little offcuts. I actually printed all of these quotes on some vintage ledger pages, and some of them accidentally printed over parts that, you know, where you couldn't really read it. But anyways, I included those offcuts in the journals. Some vintage bird field guide pages. The center of each journal has one of these little, it's like an altered envelope where I take it, I cut the top flap off, flip it upside down, and then attach it on the back of the envelope upside down. So you get these little pockets on the front and back. And then you get 2 pockets basically inside. Um, so this is the inside flap at the bottom, and then, you know, the 2 there on the sides. So it's kind of a fun way to alter an envelope and make it into a whole bunch of little pockets. So, and then here's the other side of that seed envelope. So I want to say glassine, but I know that's parchment or something like that. Lost my mind. Birds, graph paper, some more of that wrapping paper. Just pretty colors, you know. I just wanted to bring a lot of color into these. This is a little shipping tag that I actually found on a steamer trunk that I bought at an antique store, and I've copied it. Glassine paper. This is the flyleaf from Reader's Digest. I always save those and use them in books. It's a little collaged journaling card. So, so then each one of them is closed with a piece of silk fabric. And I just chose, you know, some just pretty colors. Didn't really pay too much attention to whether that color matched the journal or not. I just, you know, I just pulled just pretty ones that I liked. And then each one's got the number for the journal, and then a little faceted glass bead charm, and this is a little Tim Holtz number charm, and then a vintage button on a shank. So there's a little eyelet right here on the close to the spine. So yeah, so like I said, there are 20 of them. Yeah, so you'll see 10 pictures of each one. They all have their own listing. I love this one. It's from this book called Mother, so I always try to save that. You know, just lots of pretty stuff. Lots of playing cards with floral, you know, imagery and stuff like that. So I don't remember how many pages these are exactly, but I think they're close to 40. Yeah, so you get about 80 writing surfaces, I think, in each one. And they measure, I think it was 5 by 3.5. Let me make sure. Whoops. Yeah, 5 by 3 3/4 actually. So, okay. Excuse me. So, and they all like I said, have the sorry, the silk closure. If you wanted to change that, so you didn't have to tie it into a bow, you could definitely do that. If you want to just wrap it around, you know, the silk is long enough on each one that you could probably manage to do that too. I know a lot of people don't like to have to tie the bow, so you could actually cut this off and tie it onto this side and wrap it around a couple times to make that a little bit longer. I don't know. I just like the way the bow looks on the front. So, but yeah, so check them out. They're listed in my shop right now. Each has their own listing, so you'll be able to see up close each one. And yeah, so I'm glad I made it back. It was kind of touch and go there for a little while. I wasn't sure if I was going to get these done in the month of March or not. So, and then I do have my larger Reader's Digest journals with the curved spines that I'm working on right now, but those are probably a couple weeks out. So, okay. All right, I could just keep going through them all day, but yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys see them and, you know, present some kind of video description for anybody who sees the listing on Etsy so they can get a little bit closer look. So, all right, you guys, thanks for watching, and thanks for all your support for the last year and a few months. And thank you to all my new subscribers for, you know, checking in and, you know, showing love. I appreciate it. So you guys take care and give me a thumbs up. And I will talk to you soon. I'll see you on my live stream tomorrow on Sunday. Okay. Bye for now.